Welcome back to another episode of Question Everything. This is episode 18, and we are going to cover and recap week one's victory over the New York Jets with our San Francisco 49ers football team. So, without further ado, let's begin. So, today, Monday Night Football, the 49ers defeated easily. No, I won't say easily. They actually played pretty solid throughout the entire game, but they definitely dominated the New York Jets, 32-19. So as you can see, um, we started off, a little rough in the first quarter, but as soon as we got the ball rolling, everyone started getting into the groove. Shaking off a little bit of rust. It looks like that the Niners are picking up where they left off last year by displaying a really powerful offense and having that defense that actually just stops opponents, regardless of how good you are, in their tracks, messes up their whole scheme. And we got to hand it to Fred Warner. That dude's a beast. He's everywhere, especially with D. Winters and Greenlaw out. He's holding it down for our linebacker core. But our front four actually did really good. We got Bosa in there, we got Floyd in there. Malik Collins, my God, that dude is a great pickup. He is stopping the run, along with Hargrave in the middle. They're plugging the gaps. And our secondary played solid. There's a little bit of mishaps, here and there where, Rodgers was rushing the ball with a little bit slightly no huddle defense or offense. I'm sorry, but he was rushing it and was trying to get the defense fatigued. But other than that, I'm really proud of how our team actually performed. So as you can look on the offensive side of the ball, we got Brock Purdy 19 to 29, 231 yards, averaging 8 yards per pass. Unfortunately, no touchdowns, but thankfully no interceptions. Sacked twice and a rating of 89.9. Um, but on the other side, we do have Aaron Rodgers, 13 of 21, 167 yards, 8 yards average, one touchdown, one pick, one sack, with a rating of 82.8. But where everyone was caught off guard, especially me, before the actual game started, about an hour before, the news broke that CMC was going to be inactive. So a lot of people, faithful, everyone was really like, oh, shoot, what we're going to do. But I already knew that Jordan Mason, I knew he was that guy. I knew he was that guy. Like, he just needed a little bit of time and the ability to just display his talent. And I always compare his game to like a Marshawn Lynch, where he could actually drive the ball, use his legs, keep grinding for yards. That dude showed up today. He's that dude. So Jordan Mason, as you can see, 28 carries, 147 yards, averaging 5.3 per carry, one touchdown with the long run, the longest run of 24 yards. And as compared to Brees Hall, who was a top pick a few years ago, 16 carries, 54 yards, averaging 3.4, one touchdown with a long of 16 yards. So that kind of says a lot about the defensive side for both sides. Now, New York Jets are no slouch. They're definitely going to be in the playoff mix when, Aaron Rodgers is healthy and they're doing their thing in their division. But as you can see, the Jets have that defense as well. They're pretty solid, especially with Robert Saleh. But it also shows our defense with Nick Sorensen and how they actually tighten up everything from last year under Steve Wilkes. Now with Sorensen, controlling the defense. We got Brandon Staley up in the box, running the secondary with the Cloud9 defense. I'm really happy of how the Niners performed defensively. But as you can see, Jawan Jennings, he was the best offensive player. I should say tied with Debo Samuel with 5 receptions. Juszczyk came in pretty clutch. Kittle did too. Now I'm gonna say this. Look, I'm not gonna hate on Ayuk, but damn, he had that catch in the end zone. Purdy dropped it a dime in his hands, and he missed it. And I'm like, yo, man, come on. So I know all the fans, everyone is thinking, yo, we just gave him all this money, this big contract, and he dropped the ball. So I know that it's easy to just point the finger, but I have trust in Ayuk where he will get it going. Yes, it kind of shows that he missed practice. He should have been there. He should have signed on August 12th, right? But he didn't. And it kind of shows that even though he got at least a week and a half in with the first string offensive team, it still shows that he should have been there, since day one in camp, actually playing with the team, just not holding in, but actually participating because it just shows, these catches need to be made. And if he made that catch, oh my God, that would be so sick, right? It would have just blew the top off of Levi's. But, we still, we're able to capitalize later on. We got it going, but I'm really happy with what I saw with Purdy. I always knew that he has the intangibles, but just his presence in the pocket, he looks more calm. He looks like he's able to go through his progressions quicker. And if it's not there, he's able to run out. So, his accuracy is still top of the league. I mean, we could look at the top QBs in the league, and I'll definitely make another video about this. But if you guys like really think about it, like he goes against all the top 10 quarterbacks, right? I'll just name a few, like Josh Allen. Purdy's more accurate, right, than Allen. Lamar Jackson, Purdy's more accurate. Mahomes, okay, Mahomes is decent. He's good. He's top dog right now, right? He could do everything, and I feel that Purdy is lining up in that category where he's not the fastest, he's mobile, he's accurate, and he can make plays. He's smart enough to make plays, and he could really see a defense and understand what he's going against. Not too many other starting quarterbacks can do that. So that's where I always like support Purdy and stand up and say, yo, to all the haters, right? This dude is legit, and he's definitely going to get paid next year. How much? I don't know. Maybe to save the team, he could do like the Dodgers Otani, how they actually backloaded the deal, right? So he could save the team like cap space early on, but backload it. But he definitely deserves a good contract. And hey, this is week one. He looks good. He had his full camp, so I'm definitely happy to see that. Debo did his thing too. Debo's actually going out there, getting some reps as a running back. Especially since CMC was out. But I'm really proud of how our running game looked. It looked solid. Didn't look like we missed a step at all. So those are definitely good things, good signs. So on the defensive side, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, Fred Warner was everywhere. Like he was actually every play he was part of it, and that's dope to see. But the two like new acquisitions we got in the offseason, the biggest one, Leonard Floyd, he did really good. I'm really liking what I saw from his like output today. Yes, he got a sack, and just the fact that Bosa and him are able to rush a quarterback on both sides. That's what we needed last year from Chase Young. That's what we were looking for, and we couldn't find it in him because he didn't have like the engine to keep pushing. He didn't have the drive. He'll give up on plays. But with Leonard Floyd, I see like he keeps going. He's just like Bosa. They're gonna crash the edges. And Malik Collins, I mean, to me, dude played like a beast. He was holding down the middle. He was doing his thing. So again, like I'm really liking what we're seeing on the defensive side, and it's only gonna get better. When we get Hufunga back, when we get Greenlaw back on the defensive side. So I'm definitely prepared to see this defense ascend as well. Yes, they look great. There's things that they could work on a little bit, but this is definitely promising. So I'm definitely like looking forward to what the season is going to be in store for us, right? As Niner fans, and as you can see here for the NFC West, yes, the season just started, but look, the Rams are already down one, the Cardinals are already down one, the Seahawks. I mean, the Seahawks are Seahawks. They're under a new head coach, but I'm really liking our chances again to run the NFC West. Like when it comes to the Rams, their defense is solid. They're cool. You know what I mean? With Puka Nakua out, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Cooper Cup and Tutu Atwell. So what is Stafford going to do? In terms of the Cardinals, we got Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. They got Connor as the running back. So I mean, they have nothing to lose, but I don't think they're going to be trash this year. But in terms of like the NFC West, I definitely like our chances. So definitely have hats off to Jordan Mason. To me, this is the player of the game. I mean, look at these numbers. CMC, as I stated, he was out. Everyone was like, "Oh, dang, what we're gonna do?" But Jordan Mason, it was his day. This was his time to show the entire world, the league, like, "Yo, I'm here." And I always thought that this guy had the tangibles to do it. Yes, like, he was always listed as running back 3, and it always bugged me. You know what I mean? Because we also will try to get him the ball last year, but he didn't get as many reps. He didn't get as many reps. So now that he's actually running back 2, behind CMC, this gives us a really good 1-2 punch, in terms of the running game. So I like it. I really would not want to see Debo, run the ball as much anymore. I would like to see like our other rookie step up and get some like playing time as well. But let's kind of like rest CMC. What do you guys think? Let me know. Like Faithful, what do you guys think? Should we rest CMC? Going into week 2. I mean, that's something we're gonna have to definitely consider. But I don't know about you guys, but I was as I was watching the game, my wife and I were always watching Nick Bosa, right? And every time that he'll rush, look what the linemen on the Jets do to him. They basically choke him. You know what I mean? Like, how is this not called? How is this not called? You know what I mean? They never called like holding against the Jets, and it just bugs me because this happens a lot. It happened in the Super Bowl. I mean, dude, that was last year. I don't even want to think about that, but it's true though. Like Bosa doesn't get calls, so like I'm hoping that the NFL actually recognizes this and realize like, hey, Bosa could be getting more sacks. He definitely gets in there, puts the pressure, but it seems like these tackles are getting desperate and they're doing whatever they can to just hold them back, and it's ridiculous. So a few things that the NFL did tonight where they actually review plays, called it back. That was cool, but they got to do a little bit more. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Like, do you think it was holding? Am I tripping? I don't know. But next week, week 2, we got the Vikings, and we're going to Minnesota. So what do you guys think? Do you think that this is going to be an easy game? Is this going to be a shootout? We're going against our old quarterback from last year, Sam Darnold, and Justin Jefferson. But what do you guys think? I mean, they do have Aaron Jones as well, former Green Bay Packer, as the running back. Uh, but to me, I just feel like at this point, week 2, right? I don't think that the Niners should rush back CMC. I mean, week 3, we got the Rams, right? And SoFi and Levi South. But should we like risk CMC coming back? To me, the way that Jordan Mason balled out today definitely put the league on notice. Like, yo, we are not dependent just on CMC. Yes, that's a huge loss. Don't get me wrong. That's a huge loss. But the machine keeps going. We got weapons. You know what I mean? We got weapons. And Jordan Mason just proved to the world that he could step up in those shoes. I don't know if you guys heard this, but in the offseason, he wanted to, get more playing time, more reps. Of course, this is his 3rd year. So he started working on catching the ball more so he could be a dual threat, just like CMC. So he got the running game down, but he wanted to get better at handling the ball, catching the ball in the backfield, little screens. And it showed today. He had a few today. So, if he has that ability to start catching the ball like a CMC, and he could get into those little holes and break through the tackle, through the seam of the guard, and use of speed and his strength, this guy is a monster. So I'm really liking what we're seeing now with the running game. So our offense is going to be good. I can't wait until we get Feliciano back at right guard. Also, Spencer Burford is out at right guard. So when that happens, where does Pooney go? Do we keep him at right guard? Do we put Feliciano at right guard and move Pooney to right tackle? Because with all love and respect, McKivitz, man, McKivitz keeps messing up. He messes up, and it kind of gives me flashbacks like McGlinchey. Like I don't know what's up with the mix on the right side, like McGlinchey, McKivitz, right tackle. What's up, Niners? Like I don't know what's going on, but I wouldn't mind seeing Pooney like slide over to right tackle, put Feliciano, um, maybe at center, maybe at right guard, put Burford in. I mean, we need to get those two players back so we could move around, have some more dominating plays up front. So it's only going to get better, starting around week 5. So we're going to get a lot of players back, right? Also with Ricky Parcell, he's going to be coming back at week 5. So to me, the Niners dominated. Warriors will dominate, but Niners dominated today. I'm really liking what I saw. So what do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Should we use CMC next week? Should we start Jordan Mason and rest CMC? What do you think about the Nick Bosa holdings? What would you do better if you were like calling the plays? What plays did you like from Shanahan? What plays do you think we could do better defensively? Where can we excel? So at the end of the day, I'm happy that Moody actually scored and did his thing. So to me, again, to wrap things up, week 1, we look good. And I'm looking forward to week 2. So football's back, baby. So let me know what you guys think. Catch you on the next one. Peace.